All right! Let's do this. Hey everybody, thanks for joining us on another episode of Free Beer with Charlie. I'm Big Al, and this is Charlie.
Hey, how's our free beer community doing? We're so thankful you're here with us. We're thankful it's the end of another week.
Yeah.
Oh, we're thank God it's summer. We thank the good Lord that bands are playing again. Things are opening up. We're
Flowers
so
are
excited.
blooming, all that crap.
Yeah. And in our neck of the woods, the allergies are coming back, and the pollen, and anyway.
But he's looking on the bright side.
Yes, back to the bright side of things. So what's new, Big Al?
You know, I don't really have anything to get off my chest this time, which is unusual.
Yeah.
But yeah, things are going good. We got a neat beer to look at tonight.
Yeah. And you know, talking about music I threw out there earlier, one thing that I think's cool about some of these iconic bands that not only a lot of them are doing, you know, beers and whiskeys and some wines and throw in some other stuff, but one thing I think has been cool that some of these bands, they came up with these iconic mascots.
Right.
That have followed the band around for years. I mean, look at, of course, we're big fans of Iron Maiden. We love Eddie. Eddie's been around since the beginning. Motorhead. Mm-hmm. Motorhead with Snaggletooth. He's been with them.
Right.
And the beer we're looking at tonight, the mascot is
Vic Rattlehead.
From Megadeth. So we're excited. Dave Mustaine has worked on this project since 2016.
So Charlie, let's tell them a little bit about this beer.
Now, this one's coming out of Quebec, Canada. The company's called Unibroue.
Yeah, now they've been around since 1990.
Yeah, and they are known, what makes them unique is from the time they started, they've stuck to a 2-century-old tradition by the Trappist monks.
Yeah, now this is a Saison, right?
Right.
Which we haven't had a lot of good luck with those.
No,
I mean,
we haven't.
They're just not my cup of tea so much.
And, you know, I guess that's from that Belgian style. It's one of those that the Trappist monks had done for literally centuries. And so this one, though, is unique because it's an ale brewed with spices.
Yeah, and it kind of reminds me of that Cathedral Square in St. Louis.
Yes. Those are, once again, they're based on the Trappist monks.
Yeah.
So we're hoping that between the spices and the style, that'll kind of give us a not so, I don't know, there's something about the Saisons we've tried that just, there's a
little off-putting.
Yeah, it's just a little off-putting.
Now, if those are your thing, that's great because, you know, that's why there's such a variety of beer being made because people have, what is it, different strokes for different folks.
Yeah. And then there's beer and then Saisons.
There's good drinkable beer and there's Saison. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, just kidding.
So Charlie, if you're ready, let's take this thing out there and see what we got.
Let's do it. Oh, this is a good one. In front of there. They did an awesome job with that one. Now, you want to tell them what the name of this one is?
Tout Le Monde.
Now, this is a tribute to the song. Now, when the song came out, there was a lot of controversy about it.
Yeah. People thought it was a suicide note or something.
Yeah, and what Tout Le Monde means is to everyone. Now, this is one of the very few songs that has, you know, had commercial success that actually the chorus is sung in a different language.
Yeah.
It's actually sung in French.
Yeah, for a rock song, that's unusual.
That's very unusual. So the exciting thing though is what this all came down to is the song's about at the end of your life, you know, nothing matters. It all comes down to the fact that, you know, I love you all, but I must go.
Yeah.
And I think that's, you know, it's if you haven't heard the song, look it up, Google it, YouTube it, whatever you got to do.
I'm hoping that's not what I feel after I drink this.
Yes,
I love you all, but I must go. So Charlie, what's the alcohol content on this one?
This one's running 4.5.
Okay, that's mildly.
Yeah, it's pretty mild. And what's funny that you brought that up is, to date, this is the lowest alcohol by volume that Unibroue has created.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, but I love their bottling. I love the foil and I love the rattlehead on it. And you know, to me it makes it look like a very elegant,
it's
you know, upscale beer.
Sure, yeah.
So we're hoping the taste and everything is. And you know, you got to give Megadeth for coming up with Vic Rattlehead. I mean, I just love these iconic mascots, and you know, you think that these guys have been around since 1983.
Yeah, that's quite a while.
And that's a long run.
Almost 4 decades now.
Man, that's crazy. Well, I say let's open this thing up.
I'm waiting on you.
I got to learn to quit talking and do more drinking. Big Al, you call this one.
I'm thinking heads. Producer? Hey!
Big Al
Man.
going. Yeah.
That's
All right.
awesome. That'll be even better once we get some beer in there right there. Remember, don't pour very much. That's my glass.
That's Big Al's glass. I only got 3/4 of beer left to pour. Whoops! Look, I got so excited talking.
That's a lot of foam on there, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Thick too.
Look at the haze on that. Boy,
Yeah.
it's got a good color though, but boy, it's hazy.
Wow.
What do you think on smell?
You know, it's spicy. I can smell a little bit of a spice, coriander maybe, or
Yeah, they definitely aren't lying. An ale brewed with spice. You can smell it.
That reminds me of the Abbey Ale.
Yeah, and that's a good way to put it. It's if you've ever cracked an Abbey Ale, that's what it smells like.
It's not overwhelmingly
No, it's not powerful. It's not offensive.
powerful. You really have to smell. But I mean, that's probably a 1 on our scale.
Yeah, I'd say it's definitely a 1.
Yeah, very nice. What do you think? Is it worth drinking?
Oh yeah, you better try a drink.
Oh, okay. Yeah. That's pleasant. It's good.
That's surprising, is what that is.
Yeah.
Wow. I almost don't know what to say. I mean, because I was a little fearful when the Saison.
I know. But
This is kind of like the best of both worlds from a Abbey Ale and a Saison to me.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a mild mixture.
But the balance is good. I think they did really good with that. Now, what do you think on bittersweet?
I mean, to me it's a 1.
Yeah.
You know, it's just a little bit sweet, like a bud.
Yeah. And it's almost a tricky one because it almost teases you because the way the spices and that first flavor hit you, it's like, ooh, this is going to be really sweet, but then it just mellows out.
Yeah, it's because it's got more flavor than you were expecting.
Yes.
But it's not really overly sweet.
No, and I have to say, I really enjoy the balance of that. It's a nice, mild. Speaking of that, what do we think about categories?
I think I could guzzle this. I think that's a good, pretty easy to drink.
Yeah.
And
I'd say it'd be a great in-between beer. I think that's one that if you want something to kind of change up the palate, I think from that slight spicy sweetness to that dry.
Something different.
Yeah, it's just different enough.
That's the thing about an in-between beer is if it tastes just like other beers you're drinking,
it's not going to do anything for you.
Yeah, but you get something like this that's unique enough with the spice and everything, then your next beer is going to be on its own.
But this is surprising being a guzzler though, because it's got enough flavor but mild enough that the beer wenches bring these.
Bring them on.
Keep bringing them.
Very nice.
Very nice. So what do we think overall?
I think it's a really good beer.
It is a good beer.
It's not really a wow. It is unique in some ways.
Yeah, it's definitely unique in some ways.
But what do you think?
Honestly, I think overall, it's a strong 3.
I'd go with that.
I really think so. Like Big Al said, it does have some unique factors to it, but I don't think it's anything to bump it up to a 4.
Right.
I think hot summer day, you're at a concert, festival.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you could guzzle these.
It's not one you're going to pass up.
No.
This is good stuff.
Definitely not. Well, Big Al,
Charlie?
here's to God, guns, and rock and roll.
Amen.
Amen. Boy, that's a really good beer.
Good stuff.
Well, once again, we got to do a shout out to Megadeth and Unibroue. Good beer.
Yeah. Good stuff.
Get a chance, try some of their other beers.
Well, thanks for watching. Don't forget, I'm Big Al.
I'm Charlie.
Till next time.
And the one we're looking at tonight is
Megadeth. Vic.
and then the one we're doing tonight is from Dave Mustaine and
Megadeth. Oh my.
So the one beer we're looking at tonight is from Dave Mustaine and Unibroue. Sorry, I tried to throw too much in there.
So Charlie, what do we know about this beer?
Well, this is coming out of Quebec, Canada. The company is Unibroue, which
means one bro. So Charlie, let's tell them a little bit about this beer.
Yeah, now this is coming out of Quebec, Canada. It's called...
I'm sorry. Coming out of Quebec, Canada.
It didn't come out at all.
So Charlie, what's the alcohol content on this one?
This one's around 4.
This will take all night.
Alrighty then.
Stop.
Okay.
That is not how men work.
Knows anything about men or work?
I'm a guy.
Try the beer. We're gonna be here all week. It's called Unibroue.
Yeah, now they've been at us.